Yo, you thinking about getting a white toner printer? Let's talk about it. What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Big Brando, and today we're gonna be unboxing this thing right here. All right, check it out. We're about to unbox the Uninet iColor 650. This is a white toner printer that prints 11 by 17, 12 by 18, 19 by 13. We're about to unbox this thing. First things first, this thing is heavy as hell. I watched the homie Allen's video, A-Dub Productions, and he said this thing was heavy. That dude works out, and when he said it was heavy, I was like, all right. But then when I pulled this thing off the pallet, hell yeah, it's heavy. And then I had to lift it into my truck and then bring it to the shop, and here it is now. So I'm about to cut this thing down, put it up on the table, and then show you what's inside the box. All right, so I just unboxed this thing right here, and let me tell you, this thing is heavy as hell. If you have two people is gonna be very much needed. It's a box inside of a box, but I did wanna show you some of the stuff that does come inside this box right here. All right, so outside of the printer, this is the Uninet iColor 650. It comes with this good little laminated thing to show you how the inks lay out and all that good stuff. I gotta read into that, but let me show you this. Comes with the power cord. This feels like a toner cartridge. I might be wrong, but that's what it feels like. Comes with this little bag right here that it looks like it has the RIP software, and then it also has the printer cable, and in case some toner spills, it has something to help clean up the toner. But I did want to show you this heavy beast right here, like a little power transformer box. So you plug this side into the wall. This side right here gets plugged into the printer. So you can plug this into your standard 110, and then this converts it to, I think, a 115 or 220. So this helps it convert it to a 220. It has to be set to 115. That's what the little warning label right here says. Set it to 115 if you're operating on a standard 110. So this little transformer box is gonna help you get there, but it is heavy. And that little transformer box is one of the first things that's on top of the box when you rip it open. It looks like a standard little toolbox and it's gonna be light. No, it's pretty heavy. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the iColor 650. Why did I get it? Why did I choose the 650? And what are my overall thoughts on white toner printing? So first things first, I know nothing about white toner printing. I'm not gonna go into this thinking I know everything. I'm gonna check all of my previous experience at the door and go into this as if I'm brand new and I know nothing about it, because I know nothing about this printer. So when it comes to the RIP software, when it comes to setting up the machine, when it comes to toner, when it comes to all of that stuff, here's a little bit of background on myself. I used to work in a reprographic shop. I used to run large toner printers before, Nuvera 120s from Xerox 1000s, full color printers. I was doing offset printing. I'm familiar with the toner space, drums, infusers, the technology on how it works, maintaining a machine when it comes to clearing jams, replacing toner, stuff like that. But I know nothing about this printer. Absolutely nothing. I'm also familiar with DTG printing and DTF printing. I'm familiar with RIP software. I'm familiar with color separation. I'm familiar with that whole process. But still, I know nothing about this printer right here. So I'm not gonna go into it thinking I know everything. I'm gonna read the instructions. I'm gonna watch as many YouTube videos as possible because I don't wanna mess nothing up. Now, ultimately, why did I get this printer? So like I said, I'm familiar with DTG and DTF. I used to offer that here in my store. Those services are easy money to me. Doing one-off t-shirts, sample t-shirts, small, low quantity runs yields pretty good profit, especially on last minute rush jobs. You could charge a premium on that stuff and cash in all day long. Now, once I got rid of the DTG capabilities and the DTF printers that were in my store, I can no longer offer that service. My biggest problem with owning DTG printers and DTF printers is the maintenance. Sometimes the printers worked, sometimes the printers didn't. We had a whole room dedicated just to that printing because we had to control the humidity within that room. Consumables were expensive, print heads were expensive, inks were expensive, the machine in general was expensive. So it really wasn't ideal to me. And then when I started to see a lot of these smaller DTF printers start popping up, the desktop size ones, the print from home DTF printers, I seen the prices on those and it still had the same technology and it had the same print heads, and those printers still had to be babied and maintained the same exact way of the big ones. So I said, there's gotta be another option, and bingo, I landed on white toner. I started looking into white toner and doing a little bit more research and seeing if that was an actual viable option for the home printer. Like I said, doing custom stuff, one-off stuff, low quantity runs, this made the most sense, especially not having to maintain it, and the consumables are nowhere near DTF. And I could print on 100% black cotton t-shirts. Easy call. So I've made a few videos in the past talking about white toner and what I would use it for and stuff like that. And then I finally said, you know what, let's move forward and get one in the shop, put my money where my mouth is, and use this thing to make some money. And you guys know I'm really hyped up on doing some of these temporary tattoos with a lot of the dope tattoo artists that I know and that I've collected art from, and some that I haven't, but I'm really good friends with. Having them draw up some dope flash, put it on some temporary tattoos for some kids, seems like a dope idea, and it's something I really wanted to get this printer for. So what I'm going to use it for: temporary tattoos, doing one-off shirts, custom t-shirts, low quantity stuff. I'm going to be banging it out on here. And on top of that, I'm no longer going to be cutting vinyl to do any of my test prints. When I'm testing out designs, I'm going to just knock it out on here, throw it on a t-shirt, and go test my designs out live in public. Exactly like I used to do with the vinyl, but now I could do multicolor stuff and not have to get a DTG printed t-shirt or order one DTF transfer just to test some stuff out. I could bang it out on here, test it out, and if it does good, then I could order transfers. That's my ultimate goal with this thing, so you guys can follow along on the journey to see how that works out. But as far as just the unboxing, I wanted to show you guys what this thing looked like and what my challenges were. And I'm not the strongest dude in the world, but this thing is heavy. Luckily I had a homie help me get it down from my truck. We put it on a dolly, pushed it into the store. I wheeled it into my office, and then as you guys seen, I kind of muscled that thing out of the box and put it up on this table, and I'm probably gonna feel it tomorrow morning. So before I start plugging things in and getting it going, I'm gonna watch a bunch of YouTube videos on how to set this thing up the right way. I'm gonna read the instructions and really see what I need to do. Before I even take off the plastic and all the blue tape on here, I'm gonna watch every single video that I can to properly set this thing up. And one last thing, this thing is not Mac compatible. So I had to go out and buy me a HP laptop because it is only PC based as of now. So I got me one of these HPs, fairly inexpensive. I think it was like about $300 or so. Hopefully it'll run it. I have 16 gigs of RAM on here, and I think it only has like a 200 and something gig solid state drive in here, but I'm only gonna use it to run the RIP software and set up any drivers that are needed with this printer. That's all I'm gonna use it for. I'm not using it for designing. I'm still gonna use my Mac to design everything, but I'm just gonna transfer the files over to this so then I can print it out. So I hope you guys are as excited as I am to get this thing rolling. I would encourage you to follow along on all my social platforms, TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff, so you could see this thing in action and how I'm actually using it in my store. Short form content is where you're going to see basically the day-to-day of what I'm going through. So shout out to Uninet, shout out to the iColor 650, shout out to being able to print multicolor transfers and be able to press on 100% black cotton and more. If you have any questions about anything you've seen in this video, or if you own one of these things, please let me know what you got, how you use it. Leave it in the comments for me, please. And like I said earlier, if you wanted to follow me on Instagram, check me out, Big Brando TV. Catch you guys on the next one, man. Yeah.